my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Ella. You should totally like and subscribe and stick around. I'm going to show you all the fun things that I bring to for festival season and give you a ton of great tips on how to survive your first festival. So if you're ready for that, let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, so just for clarification, these are mostly tips and things that I found that have helped me. I'm no way an expert, just disclaimer there. I've gone to Jambalaya a couple of times. No, I've never attended Coachella. I live in Texas, so it's definitely not like reasonable. So, and their prices are crazy expensive, and I'm a broke college student. So that's just disclaimer there. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started into what I think are great. Number one, water bottle. Bring a reusable water bottle with you. It's hot, it's sticky, it's gross, everything is overpriced. No matter where festival you're going, could be in the middle of nowhere, it's overpriced. So, reusable water bottle. Last year at Jambalaya, they had these big like ice chest things with iced water in them and some with Gatorade for people to refill their water bottles. So that's great. There's also going to be, they also had a ton of water hoses set up just because they kind of ran out of those. So this is great, really recommended. To go with this, a small backpack I will insert somewhere here. Definitely will have the one I used linked down below. I bought a $10 backpack from Forever 21. It's just a mini one. It was about this big. I was able to fit all of my stuff in it, and I really recommend this small, like a backpack over a purse, just so you can be hands-free, and it's just a lot easier to deal with. They probably will not let you bring a school backpack in, so if you're looking for something kind of like that, maybe I would definitely recommend trying Forever 21, H&M. They definitely probably have the cheapest options. Or maybe like a small child's backpack from Walmart. I know a lot of people wore fanny packs. I just don't like things like being clipped around my waist. I don't even really like belts. So I just thought a backpack was just the best option for me personally. Drink, it's like really hot out. I started really cold today, so hence why I'm in kind of like a sweatsuit, but then it just got super hot all of a sudden. I was like, whoa. Next is sunscreen. If you live in Texas or anywhere where the sun is evil, you know you need this. This is just the Supergoop SPF 50. I'm actually pretty allergic to sunscreen. This is the only one that does not break my skin out into hives. So if you are super sensitive to sunscreen, or if you break out super easily, I really recommend this. I will link it down below. It is slightly pricey, but in my opinion, it's completely worth it. Just set that down. Next, for makeup, I really recommend like going as light as possible, just because you will probably sweat it off. And like, I know I see all those like beauty gurus wear so much makeup to Coachella and stuff. I'm like, how do you not sweat that off? Or maybe it's just me, I don't know. But they also have like glam teams that can help them. The average person, we do not. So if you are going full face, I recommend cream products because they're gonna work better throughout the day if you sweat in them, and they're just gonna look more natural and not kick up. One of my favorite products are all the lines of like the Benetint's from Benefit, just because they're multi-purposeful, yeah, you know what I mean. You can use them for multiple things. They're gonna look better throughout the day just because it's cream, and it's like if you sweat them off, it's gonna not look awful. One I really liked, it was the Lolly Tint. I like to get the minis of stuff so I can take them places. So this is just the mini Lolly Tint. I used it as blush. I'm definitely way more of a lip gloss to chapstick kind of girl. I'm not really a huge lipstick kind of girl, but that is one great option. The lip or chapstick that I've been like really obsessed with for a while now are the ones by Fresh. The sugar one, I got a mini of the advanced therapy one. I don't know if my camera's focusing on these. I hope it is. But I prefer minis of stuff because you can take them places. It still gives you a decent amount of product. They are just really great to have, really great to use. Especially just because if you are at like a festival, like especially like as also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but for festivals, I mean like music ones, I think that's what they have. But You're probably gonna be screaming, yelling, eating. You're gonna need to reapply at some point, so I just prefer chapstick. Next, I have super dry eyes, and if you wear contacts, you're probably, especially I know Coachella's out in the middle of the desert, and in Texas it's just super hot and gross outside, so I really recommend eye drops. The ones I use are called Lumify. They're just for brightening your eyes up, and they make your contacts a lot more comfortable to wear. Like, they take the irritation out. So they're just like this. I will link them all down below. I also really like the ones, they're like clear, whatever. They're by like a contact solution brand. I'll also link those down below. The ones I use from there, but that's in my car, in my swim bag. Next, bandanas are great. If you're in the desert, obviously like this, and get rid of the sand out of your mouth and nose. If you're here in Texas, I saw a lot of people wear them at jambalaya and use the water hoses to wet them and wrap them around their neck or their head just to cool off, especially in between sets and stuff when people are just chilling and eating. So, because it does get really hot if you're just standing there, so these are great. Also, to go along with this, hats are great. They keep the sun off your face, and they're just gonna keep you a lot cooler. What would be a great duo, because I know the top of my head gets really hot under a hat, but this under your hat, golden, like this soaking wet with your hat on, great. Hair tie, pretty obvious, but such a great essential. Even if you have short hair, just having like being sweaty and having your hair stick to you is the worst feeling. Like, can't do it. Need my hair up. So especially because I have a lot of hair and it's thick, so I just need to have it away from my face, of my body when I am gross and outside. To go along with the whole grossness and outside, makeup remover is your best friend, and it's gonna make you make so many friends, because odds are towards the end of the day or after the last set, you're like waiting in the line to leave, or if it's like halfway through the day and you're like, you know what, I can't do this, like this is uncomfortable, I'm just sweating it off, take off your makeup. Or like if you're with like your boo or something and he's just sweating gross, be like, wipe your face with a nice cold, like they're called towelettes, but I feel like it's a weird word, nice cold makeup wipe. So these are great. Next is my Polaroid. I don't know if this is a lot of people's essentials. To me it is. I love Polaroids. I'm a huge fan of them just because one day, what if like Instagram dies or Snapchat, or what if like the internet gets deleted? That's my biggest fear. What's gonna happen to like all the pictures of everything I have, because I don't print them out a lot. So it's been really great for me to take my Polaroid places. That's why I have the long strap, so you can just kind of take it like a purse if you want. But for jambalaya, I just stuck the actual Polaroid itself in my backpack and just carried it like that. It was great. I love this. It's my baby. It's just my everything, because these are pictures, like, odds are you probably have like Polaroids or like physical pictures somewhere in your like family home, and they just last forever. They're not online. You don't have to worry about them being deleted. So it's just a great way for a memory to always, like, so you can always have it, you know? Some tips I have just for surviving your first festival: go in a group. Going alone places to me is no fun. I'm a social butterfly. I love to be around people. Next is try and find a concert or a festival where, like, if you can, some of your favorite artists are going. That way, like, you're gonna feel a lot more, like, you're gonna want to go a lot more instead of just like going being like, oh, like, you're just going to social. Like, it's, if someone's playing that you love, like, it's gonna be way more fun in my opinion. Next, if you are going for multiple days, I do recommend bringing some sort of beach towel or small blanket, or like just like a tie-up jacket that you can sit on, just because you are gonna get tired, and odds are there probably isn't a lot of sitting space if you're outdoors, so that way you can kind of just sit. And if you are going to see your favorite artist, a lot of people went and like camped out for like a while by the stage. That is one way you can make sure you get a great spot. Next is I would usually bring a small amount of first aid, like Band-Aids or just like an Advil or something, because you never know, like if you're not gonna feel good, or what if you fall, or things like that, because you never know what can happen outside. My biggest recommendation is to stay hydrated. That's like my number one if you were outside, because I actually passed out of heat exhaustion in the line to get into jambalaya. I was not even in yet. I know, what am I doing? But I just completely like blacked out. Drake had to carry me inside of jambalaya into like the first aid tent and get me water and all of that. I was fine. I was just hot and tired and I didn't eat. So I really recommend, if you are going to a concert, bring food and a drink just for the line to get in, because odds are it's gonna be super long. They let us in almost 45 minutes after they said they would for jambalaya last year. So that is one of my biggest recommendations, is to bring food and a drink, just because you're gonna get hungry. You never know if someone else next to you is gonna get hungry. You're gonna get really thirsty, because if you're just standing there in the sun on like asphalt, you're just gonna be like melting, just baking. So that's my biggest recommendation, is to stay hydrated, because a hydrated you is a happy you. Yeah, so I hope you guys are having a great afternoon, morning, or night. If you want to see any fun festival pictures, feel free to follow me on my Instagram. All of that will be linked down below. There I'm super active on my Instagram and my Twitter. I post on YouTube 3 times a week, but if you want to see more of me, feel free to follow me there. And I have Poshmark down below. I always sell all of my fun festival clothes and things like that on there. So I hope you guys are having a great afternoon, morning, or night. You should definitely subscribe and stick around and join my little family here. So bye guys.